What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video, guys, I have several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you quite weird behavior of some of MMTLP community members, and I have to admit that it literally blows my mind. I don't have any idea why did he do it. On top of that, I will show you an update from Mark Basile, and I will give you a sneak peek on his upcoming action that might also be extremely important for MMTLP community. And again, the people who knows how we can achieve the best result for our case, they act and they don't brag about it. On top of that, I will show you the entire prayer for relief of Daniel lawsuit, and I will give you an update on Scott Roth's lawsuit as well. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. So let's start with this tweet that was written by Murdoch, the Meta guy, and he published it on December the 4th. And he refers to the screenshots that were made by Daniel, when he published his very first and very last page of his lawsuit. And he found a discrepancy, not a discrepancy, but it was a typo, literally a typo in the year. And for some reasons, Murdoch is trying to say that it is extremely unprofessional. But let me quote you this in details. So, the halt has yet to happen, ladies and gentlemen. According to SGM Daniel's filing, the improper trading halt of MMTLP shares will occur on December 9th of 2024. Mark Basile is now more intended for not proofreading the document prior to responding. And guys, first of all, I have to admit that it is just a typo. You can see that on December the 9th and the 12th of 2024. And guys, I have the entire document. Let me show you this. You can see that, yes, it is a typo. Here we have to have 2022, and on top of that, guys, we have another typo like this. But at the same time, when Daniel sent me this letter, this document, he told me that it was several mistakes, it was several typos, and definitely the judicial system works like this. First of all, you have to file a lawsuit, then this data is fixed in all the filings, and if you have some mistakes or you have some add-ons to this filing, you can do it within next, I guess, 12 days. And definitely it is not a huge and severe mistake, it is just a typo that will not affect the case at all. So, and let me show you right here. Let me show you the tweet that was written by Susie Surfer. She wrote, "Did Mark Basile proofread this? Do you have proof, Meta guy Murdoch? Just wanted to make sure your information is correct. Thanks." And Mark responded to this. "What do I have to do with another party's filing? I don't see my name on that filing, do you? Just shows how deranged and moronic some of these minions are. But no worries, a new lawsuit is being prepared for filing in the federal court for the Northern District of New York because one of the defendants resides in Cologne, New York, within that jurisdiction. Others live in other states, but will be subject to its jurisdiction because they are documented for acting in concert. Now it's just up to the client to proceed." So guys, this means we are about to see another lawsuit that will be filed from the Mark Basile side. And on top of that, he added this. "Isn't that ridiculous? Post about the case filed in federal district court in Texas suing McCabe et al. Maybe the answers are right there to explain such ridiculous posts." And guys, I understand for 100% what Mark is trying to tell, but I will leave it with no comments, and I have to admit that I agree with Mark. So let me show you some updates again from Mark. And and basically, guys, I have to admit that it is very difficult for the people who doesn't have skills in this type of litigations to properly file the document. And I have to admit that, guys, the work that was done by Daniel is huge. I've read the entire filing, and I have to admit that yes, it has some typos, it has some minor mistakes. They are not factual. But at the same time, guys, this lawsuit might definitely give us some updates in our case and might definitely push our case forward to the resolution. So, Mark, in response to this filing, wrote this. For your information, if you filed a pro se, Mr. M6, each federal court's clerk office has a pro se department where they can help process filings and even provide you with online filing privileges going forward. And here he added this, guys, wait a second. MMTLP. For those who are planning on filing court actions in federal court, each federal court's clerk office has a pro se intake department that you can call, who will guide you through the filing process. The pro se intake clerks are very helpful. And if you don't know what does pro se mean, let me show you this. Wait a second, somewhere here. Pro se is Latin for self or in one's own behalf. This means this type of filings were made by the plaintiff himself without any help of professional attorneys. That is why, guys, it is possible, it is very possible to have some minor mistakes, but the main idea of this document is extremely important. And let me show you for now, let me read you the prayer for relief. So, let me go to this in details. Plaintiff prays for judgment in his favor and relief as follows. And guys, I will read this entire paragraph and I will not comment because you have to understand by yourself what does Daniel want. So, A. Declaratory judgment 1 and injunctive relief. Issue a declaration and corresponding injunctive relief finding that the Private Securities Litigation Reform Act is unconstitutional as applied to this issue, as it unduly restricts access to justice for retail investors and infringes upon their constitutional rights. B. Declaratory judgment 2 and injunctive relief. Issue a declaration and corresponding injunctive relief challenging the structure and authority of the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority as unconstitutional, given its lack of adequate governmental oversight and accountability, which has resulted in improper and prejudicial actions, including the imposition and handling of the U3 trading halt on MMTLP shares. C. A declaration that defendants' actions and omissions violated federal securities laws, including Section 10b of the Securities Exchange Act and other applicable federal regulations, as well as the Sherman Antitrust Act, the Clayton Act, and fiduciary duties owed to retail investors. D. A declaration that FINRA's U3 trading halt on MMTLP shares imposed on December the 9th of 2022 and lifted on December 13 of 2024 was improper, prejudicial, and constituted a violation of regulatory responsibilities owed to the investing public, thereby causing material harm to over 65,000 shareholders, including plaintiff. And guys, as you can see, there is another typo, and it is nothing wrong with these typos. It will be removed, it will be corrected within next several days. Believe me, it will not be an issue. So, E. An order awarding compensatory damages to plaintiff in an amount to be determined at trial, including A. The loss of value and liquidity of plaintiff's MMTLP shares resulting from defendant's misconduct. 2. Damages arising from the suppression of share prices and trading opportunities caused by synthetic share creation, naked short selling, and the improper U3 halt. 3. Recovery of plaintiff's documented financial losses exceeding $245,671, along with additional losses sustained from systemic harm to market value, including the unresolved status of plaintiff's 800 MMATQ shares filed in a valid statement of interest with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court, Nevada. F. An award of compensatory damages not less than $250,000 for emotional distress and mental anguish caused by defendant's prolonged misconduct, failure to resolve the youth result, and refusal to provide clarity or remedies for trading irregularities, particularly during plaintiff's overseas deployment as Command Sergeant Major. G. An order awarding treble damages pursuant to the Sherman Antitrust Act and the Clayton Act for defendants' anti-competitive practices, which restrained market competition, fostered monopolistic environments, and caused disproportionate harm to retail investors, including the plaintiff. And guys, these several bullet points I covered in my yesterday's video. You can watch it, and basically I explained what does it mean. An order, H, an order requiring injunctive relief to ensure market transparency and prevent similar systemic failure, including 1. A full audit of all MMTLP and MMAT share transactions, including the identification and reconciliation of synthetic shares and beneficial ownership records. 2. The public release of all records, communications, and trading data related to MMTLP and MMAT shares, including information held by FINRA, DTCC, broker-dealers, and other involved parties. 3. A mandate requiring defendants, including regulatory bodies and corporate leadership, to implement and enforce enhanced oversight mechanisms to prevent proliferation of synthetic shares, naked short selling, and other manipulative practices. 1. An order requiring the disgorgement of profits wrongfully obtained by defendants through the trading of synthetic shares, naked short selling, and related market manipulation, including unjust enrichment by market makers, broker-dealers, and transfer agents. J. An award of punitive damages to deter defendants and others from engaging in similar wrongful conduct in the future. K. An order requiring the Securities and Exchange Commission and FINRA to 1. Establish clearer guidelines for regulatory intervention in cases of market irregularities. 2. Improve oversight and accountability measures to ensure transparency in corporate actions, trading halts, and share reconciliations. L. A declaration that the arbitration agreement entered into with Charles Schwab, formerly TD Ameritrade, be deemed null and void pursuant to violations of the Sherman Antitrust Act and Clayton Act, as the agreement was tied to and perpetuates anti-competitive practices and monopolistic behaviors that restrain trade and suppress competition. M. An order affirming plaintiffs' entitlement to equitable relief for the market and procedural irregularities affecting MMTLP shares, including the submission of TD Ameritrade Schwab trade confirmations sell orders, ranging from $33.21 to $417 per share for 20,075 shares, as rewarded for the improper halting of trades intended for December the 9th and December the 12th. So guys, this is the first time when you can see the exact share price of MMTLP shares from $43.21 to $417 per share. So quite high level, I would say. And guys, as you can see, this is another typo of the year, and again, it is nothing bad with this, it will be corrected. And an order affirming plaintiffs' entitlement to equitable relief for the market and procedural irregularities affecting MMAT shares, including the submission of TD Ameritrade trade confirmations sell orders, ranging from $13.45 to $26.78 per share for more than 76,000 shares, as rewarded for the devaluation of MMAT after the improper halting of MMTLP trades intended for December the 9th and December the 12th of 2022. I will correct, I am correcting this in my speaking. So, O. An award of pre- and post-judgment interest on all compensatory damages to account for the time value of plaintiff's losses and to ensure full recovery for the harm caused. P. An award of plaintiffs' reasonable costs and expenses incurred in pursuing this action, including court fees, filing fees, and any costs associated with expert analysis or testimony. Q. Any such other relief as the court may deem just and equitable and proper to ensure accountability for defendants' misconduct and restore trust in U.S. financial markets. And here is the demand for jury trial. The plaintiff hereby demands a trial by jury for all claims and issues triable as of right pursuant to Rule 38 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. And guys, for now, you know the baseline for the payments that Daniel is seeking. You can basically multiply the value that you invested in MMTLP or TRCH by 6, because your value, the value that you spent on the shares, should be doubled according to this lawsuit because of the damages for emotional distress and mental anguish caused by defendants' prolonged misconduct and failure to resolve the U3 halt. And then, because of the Sherman Antitrust Act and Clayton Act, it should be tripled. And that is why, guys, you have to multiply your value by 6. On top of that, guys, the base line of the share price is fallen $43.21 to $417 per share. So again, I don't want to make this video extremely long because of this lawsuit. I want to pay attention to the Scott Trott tweet. And just several hours ago, he wrote this: "Need evidence that MMTLP shareholders emailed or snail mailed any requests for MMTLP to restart trading after the December the 9th, 2022 U3 halt. Anything filed as a complaint that requested trading to be started addressed to either FINRA or SEC. If anyone is familiar with all the letters sent by congressmen and senators to FINRA or the SEC, if any of those letters requested more than an investigation and did have language requesting a restart in trading, please DM me. There is a procedural issue in US District Court that is on the table in the next filing, and this closes the door on a few topics of interest." And guys, he also added, let me show you, wait a second. Just 5 hours ago, he added this update. "Okay guys, thanks, I've got what I need from a few folks. Don't have to dig anymore. I have a request to restart trading to the SEC dated June 2023. We can roll out now." So guys, this is the fact that Scott is still working on his lawsuit, and believe me, we have all the chances to win this battle because of these people. I have to admit that Scott is extremely active and he is in this litigation for, I guess, 4 to 5 months. And for now we have Daniel, who just stepped into this path and who also filed his lawsuit. So time will tell. But let me remind you that we have an upcoming lawsuit from Mark Basile, and he's waiting for his client to make this happen. And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium